There is an awesome new glass exhibition at the Cornell Art Museum in Delray. They're things that you kind of pick up and you're like, how did they make these? They're masterpieces.
And they're
really
pretty colors. But first, we are going to a hot spot where they make glass. T.A. Walker is showing us all these creative masterpieces in Lake Worth Beach.
Yeah, it's called the Hot Glass Exhibition, and it's going to be at the Cornell Art Museum till March 2nd. I want to bring in Maruska. Tell me about this thing that you curated and why was it so popular on opening night?
It was near and dear to my heart because I'm a glass artist, but it was important for us at the Cornell Museum to partner with Benzighton Glass to be able to bring in these incredible artists. We've never done a glass exhibition before, so it was wonderful to bring in 37 artists. We have about 80 pieces of glass installed right now in the museum, and it's been a wonderful educational thing for the public. The public has responded incredibly. They needed this.
I need to not touch things when I'm in your museum because I feel like I'm going to break things.
You will. You'll be fine.
We're at the Benzighton Center, and Eli is the creative director. What is your center? What do you guys do?
Yeah, we're the largest glassblowing studio in Florida, and we have a fine art gallery that brings in world-renowned visiting artists each year. And not only do we bring in these world-class artists, but we also offer classes for anyone with no experience to come in and make their very own glass.
These are beautiful.
Yeah, so this is an example of a bowl you could make or a paperweight. But what we're going to do with you today, TA, is actually make a glass flower just like this.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
So this is the glass.
This is the glass. This is 2,000-degree liquid glass. And you can see it's actually dripping, but when it cools down, it's going to become solid glass like we're familiar with. So we started by heating up a metal rod that we dipped into a furnace. That furnace stays on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And once we get that glass on the rod, we can add different colors, and we can pinch and pull it and shape it. And essentially, we just worked it with a series of tools to make that beautiful flower of yours. And then we can turn it and shape whatever we want from there. So those little shards of color, they almost look like what you'd see inside of a fish tank, the little specks of rocks. We melt those in.
And then we stretched it out with using some tools, and then it was kind of cool. We cut it, and that by tapping.
That's right. So if you think of a Hershey's bar, you've got those little squares that are scored, and you can just snap it. It's the same thing. It's like creasing a piece of paper, then you can tear a straight line.
Awesome. So people can come here, take classes. You can go to the art museum with Maruska. We're playing with hot things this morning. Back to you guys in the studio.
Problem with Amendment 3.
It's not just about smoking a little weed in your house. It's about smoking anywhere. Anywhere in public, even at restaurants.
Nobody wants that.
Think about it. 70,000 people in a stadium, and what about our theme parks?
And what about our playgrounds? Can you imagine bringing your family here just as I bring my family to a park and people are smoking marijuana everywhere?
We can't stop people from smoking weed in public if Amendment 3 passes.
So everything's wrong with Amendment 3.
Yep. Everything.
Having raised my family of 7 children in Florida over the past 38 years, we've enjoyed Florida's beaches, rivers, natural springs, and lakes. That's why I'm passionate about Florida's environment. I've worked hard to stop blue-green algae, funded red tide research, sponsored legislation to regulate septic tanks, and passed tough laws to prevent the discharge of excess raw sewage into our waterways by municipalities and counties. I'm Mike Caruso. You can count on me to protect Florida's fragile ecosystem.
When it comes to protecting Social Security,